and welcome back to Succeed with Omid. Today I'm going to be talking about thumb pain. Some people's thumb tends to get stuck into this position. They're doing push-ups and it's just irritating this joint. They start to get all sorts of arthritis through here. I want to mention that it could, not always, but it could be an issue actually up in the jaw. Most of the time, honestly, if it looks like a duck and quacks, the problem is probably here, but try this out if you're going through that. But before I get into the jaw, one of my big jokes with clients is how many muscles are there in the body? There's really only two. There's the whole front and the whole back. Kinetic chains is the big fancy word for that. But if I have a muscle in my thumb here, it's actually connected to the forearm, connected to the bicep, connected to the shoulder, into the neck, and into the jaw. And to illustrate that from the other position, if I kind of tense here, all that stuff, it really is connected through here. If I do it a lot, you'll actually see it starts to pull on the shoulder. If I stick the arm out and relax everything, it starts to get a little bit further into this complex of the bicep and the shoulder. And all of that stuff, when it gets tight, it forward rotates when I start to come through here. It can't naturally relax. It gets pulled down, I get stuck in this internal position. And especially when I start texting, driving, keyboard, slamming that mouse pad, anything like that, a lot of this stuff starts to just naturally get pulled over time as a result of this just over chewing, especially if you chew gum. I've seen a lot of people doing that, getting TMJ here, and it leads to wrist issues. I've talked about it in the reverse in other videos where the thumb can actually lead to TMJ. But the idea is what I want to do is reverse out of that. There's two ways to do it. I'll either slack the top part, feed slack into the system so it's nice and loose, get my hands against the wall, where I'm externally rotated and the thumb's out, and then I'll wind up. And now I can capture a lot of this tissue through here. I'll feel a bicep stretch, I'll feel a forearm stretch. You'll find this position is really hard to do without trying to sacrifice the spine too. But the reverse is also true. If I get over and up, and then I try and do that, that's a different stretch. I feel it all the way up inside my jaw. Another way you can mess with this a little bit is feed slack to the jaw itself and open, get into the stretch, and then close. And you really wind up through some of that tissue too. These are small muscles, okay? Forearm, bicep, if you're feeling it there, you can go for about a minute. The hands will start to tingle after a while. It's not the worst thing in the world. Just try and stay away from the big stretches, 2-3 minutes. That stuff really will start to overstretch. But these things, they are tiny. They are very, very, very tiny. They're super, super, super crazy fast twitch. So really go slow on these. If you're gonna open up like that and you start to feel that stretch there, get to about a 2 or a 3 on a scale of 10. Okay, you don't want to get into a big area stretch here. Or if it's starting to creep up into a 4 or 5, 20, 30 seconds max. You do not want to overstretch your neck, or otherwise you'll have to wear a brace for the next day. It sucks. Okay, if you overstretch your wrist, at least you can rest it on something, but we can't really rest our neck. So, as always, I hope that information is helpful to you guys. Have a happy and healthy rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later.